On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 46. 3/5 of the Senate duly chosen and sworn not having voted in the affirmative, the motion is not agreed to. The majority leader.
Mr. President, I enter a motion to reconsider.
The motion is entered.
Sorry. And I move to proceed to calendar number 436, S4784.
You know, I guess I drank the Kool-Aid too. I guess I drank the Kool-Aid in thinking that America was this patriotic country where if something goes amiss, if something goes wrong, if something goes against the votes, if something goes against the ideals of America or the American people, that there would be some type of uprising, that there would be some type of patriotic revolution, or that there would be some type of, pushback within this country. But as we have seen over the past couple of years, there seems to be none of that, right? So I drank the Kool-Aid, and that's a mistake on me for thinking that America was this great patriotic country, right? The fact of the matter is, America has not been America first since its inception. America has not been America first since its sovereignty and freedom from the British Empire. That was the last time America ever fought for itself, right? That was the last time that America ever fought for its people to become the nation that it used to be, right? Because make no mistake, America is not that same America that it used to be. America today in 2026 is a shell of its former self of Pax Americana back in the previous times, back in the 19th and 20th century, America, right? America is no longer that great nation that it used to be, and it's a shame, right? It's a shame. As rich of a country as it is, as powerful of a country as it is, as much potential as it has, as much, you know, freedom, freedom that people want to claim that America has, right? It still has freedom, but that freedom is being limited at this point, right? As great as this country can be, it can surpass what it used to be. But America has been reduced to a cuck of a country, right? And I say that not in the sense of it has become a cuck of a country, but it is turning into a cuck of a country, right? On top of everything going on within this country right now, people turning against each other, on top of all the political instability going on top of the US government making data centers, pushing people out, right? Making deals with China, right? On top of the constant infighting, the constant division, the constant, uh, problems that are going on within the United States. Now we have essentially treasoners running the country. Treasonous pedophiles running the country is essentially what we have at this point, right? I want to know I want to know how it's even possible for those at the top, 50 Republicans, to vote yes on merging the United States military with the you know who, right? I want to know how that's possible. I want to know who voted for that. How can that even be allowed? I don't think that this is what any of the American people voted for. But then again, America doesn't care about what the people want. America doesn't care about what the American citizens want, right? It's all about who's got the money. It's all about who's going to give us the most cheddar. Who's going to give us the most money? Who's going to fill our pockets? Because make no mistake, right? Despite the fact, despite the fact that this deal was blocked, right? I still wholeheartedly believe that every single one, whether you're Democrat or Republican, every single one of those individuals that voted, they're all taking some type of deal under the table. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Despite the fact that this IDF and American military merger was denied, right? I still wholeheartedly believe that they're going to try again. I still wholeheartedly believe that they're going to, sign some type of bill, pass some type of law that's going to get the deal done, and they're going to get, some extra money under the rug, right? And get their pot of gold and dip and not care about what happens to anybody else in this country. Mark my words. Mark my words. This is all a part of the script, right? It's no coincidence, right? It's no coincidence that all of this is happening at this specific time during the World Cup, right? When the World Cup is becoming more and more popular in the United States, right? It's no coincidence that it's happening right now when midterms are about to come up. It's no coincidence that it's happening when we have all these situations happening. The Colombian guy just got shot, the teen, just came up missing on the 4th of July, right? It's no coincidence that all these things are happening right now. And this is all a plan, right? This is all a plan of what's going on within the United States, right? Not to mention, we have so many different issues happening right now within the country. America hasn't been America first for years to decades to even centuries at this point, right? You would think, you would think that when things like this are happening, when treasonous individuals in office that run this country are threatening and voting yes to sell American military secrets to a foreign entity, whether you're allies or not, right? Whether you're an ally of this country or not, whether the US has, a good relationship with who or not. I mean, I think we all know the answer. But there are some things that you just don't do. There are some secrets that you just don't tell, and I think I know for a fact that humans know that, right? Even individuals, right? Individuals take some secrets to the grave. There are some things that you just don't tell people. There are some secrets that you just don't divulge to people, no matter who they are, right? There are some things that people have that they take to the grave with them. There are some secrets that you have, that I have, right? That you haven't told your friends, that you haven't told your family, that you haven't told your significant other or even your kids, right? There are some secrets that you just don't tell anybody. But this vote with the Republicans trying to merge the US military with the IDF, and they're looking to share secrets. They're looking to share government, military secrets with another country. How that goes that who voted for this? I don't think any American voted for this. I don't think anybody voted for this. You know, and it's truly a shame of what's going on right now, right? Because I don't think anybody really saw this coming. Nobody really thought this was going to happen. And quite frankly, you know what this is about? I told you it's a plan, right? I've been saying this for a long time. It is a plan, right? This is a plan to get those microchips in. This is a plan to get, that single currency system out. This is a plan to get everybody on the same page. This is a plan to create that slave class. This is a plan for all of that to happen. Now, obviously, it got rejected, but that doesn't mean they're not gonna try again. That doesn't mean they're not going to continue to do what it is that they're trying to do, because this plan is already in play, right? You would think, and here's the sad part right here. You would think that after everything that has happened, after everything that has been revealed to the American people, the Epstein client list, right? The US and China making deals to create data centers on US soil, right? Pushing people out of their homes. And now we have all 50 Republicans voting yes to merge the US military with the IDF. You would think that something like this would cause people to finally rise up and be like, oh no, we don't want any of this. We're not having any of that. But what do people do? What is the first thing? What is the first thing that we do when it comes to news like this happening? We go to our favorite YouTube channel. We go to a YouTube channel or a video that's talking about it. We put in our 2 cents in the comment section, and then we go right back to being distracted. That's exactly what happens. There will never be, and I'm convinced, right? I'm convinced at this point. I'm convinced at this point that there will never be any type of patriotic uprising. I'm convinced at the fact that there will never be any type of patriotic movement. I am wholeheartedly convinced that the United States is going into cuckoldom. I am wholeheartedly convinced that the United States will never be the country that it has the potential to be, or what it used to be, what it once was. America will never be that country again. Why? Because we're too distracted. Why? Because America is being run on chaotic energy, right? America is being run on no masculinity, right? Masculinity in America is dead, right? We are being run on chaotic energy right now. Feminine energy. Feminine energy at its core is chaotic, right? And that's the type of energy that this country is being run on. Everybody at the top, they're all cucked. They're all cucked. And unfortunately there aren't too many real men in this world, in this country anymore, right? Because you see everything going on. You see people being, people don't even know what gender they are at this point, right? People don't even know what up from down is, from left to right, and everything like that, right? And you need a balance, right? In order for an operation, in order for a society to run smoothly, you need a balance. You need a balance of masculine and feminine. And right now, it's too feminine. Right now, we're not going to get all into that, but I think for those of you that understand, you know where I'm going with this. And all we do is continue to stay distracted. Like I said, it's no coincidence that this vote just happened, right? While all of these issues are going on, all of these, problems that are happening right now, the World Cup getting as popular as it is, right? It's no coincidence that this is happening right now, right under people's noses, and nobody's going to do a thing about it. People can't do anything about it. I blame, and you want to know, I blame a lot of people, but one of the individuals that I truly blame are those so-called, fake, real patriots, right? I blame those so-called real patriots because, first of all, you are flying. If you're flying a Confederate flag, you're basically flying something that is treasonous, right? And we already have the fact that there are treasonous pedophiles that are running this country, right? And those individuals have never been punished. Now, if you were a real patriot, right? If you were a real patriot and you were for America, by America, you wouldn't be doing that. You would actually understand where that flag came from. You would actually understand the meaning behind that flag. But people truly believe that they're patriots because, oh yeah, I got my First Amendment, Second Amendment. I got all my amendment rights. That makes me a patriot because I believe in the American government system, the outdated American government system. People think that that makes them a patriot. People think that that makes them, oh, I'm pro America, just thinking that, oh, yeah, I'm an American citizen. I am I'm an abiding citizen, and I got my guns and all this and yada, 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 right? This country is lost. All we do is stay distracted. All we do is talk about things that don't even matter, right? All we do is let all the important things fly past our heads, right? And we don't do a single thing about it. As soon as we put our comment section or our comments in the comment section and talk about it, we go right back to being distracted, right? You go everywhere. If you look around, right, you go to the stores, you go to the mall, even if you go walking in nature, right? Let's say you're going to a park or something, or you're going walking by the ocean. What are people doing? Looking down on their phone, looking down on their phone, right? Because the conversations are happening on social media. The conversations are happening on YouTube. The conversations are happening on different, podcasts and things like that. Right? We're too distracted with all of this social media stuff. We're too distracted with all of these comfort things, right? To where real action has never taken place. Real action hasn't taken place. And quite frankly, I don't think real action will ever take place, right? America is too comfortable, which is why they get away with everything that they can do. They've gotten away with so many things because they have comfort, they have sedated us. The American society, the government, the elite, these tech oligarchs, right? They have sedated us so well. They have sedated the American people so well to where most people don't care. They're like, you know what? As long as it doesn't affect my daily life, as long as it doesn't affect me personally, I don't care because it's not my problem, right? That's what people think. That's how that's the ignorance of what goes on in Americans' mind. Don't you people understand that if if all these things go through, it's going to affect you in the long term. You just can't see it right now. It's a domino effect. But people don't understand that. And I hate to do this, man, but quite frankly, I've got to applaud. I've got to really applaud these tech lords, right? These tech oligarchs, these tech lords. I have to say, I have to give you a pat on the back because I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you did it to the point where you were able to sedate a whole society, a whole country into not doing anything, having their rights actively taken away from them, right? Having their country be destroyed in front of their very eyes. I mean, you what can I say, right? You basically distracted a whole nation. You basically captured a whole nation to be able to tell them, hey, we gave you everything that would make you comfortable. So just sit back and watch everything be taken control of, and just accept whatever else we're going to give you. Obviously, I say that sarcastically, but dude, it's insane. I don't even know what to say, honestly. It's like America. It's like America is designed to fall. And like I said, this is all a part of a plan. This is all a part of, a bigger scheme, a bigger picture, right? And most people just apparently can't see it. Get out while you can, right? This is not a game anymore. This is not a game. If you're still drinking the Kool-Aid, if you're still, asleep, if you're still thinking that things are going to change, right? Look at what just happened. Look at the vote that just happened. They're trying to share your secrets. They're trying to give away your information to a foreign nation, right? They're trying to implement this plan. They're trying to enslave you for the rest of your life, unless there's some type of resistance. But by then, it'll be too late when people wake up, right? So think about it. Think about it and awaken yourself. Sovereign life is the way. Freedom is the way. Find a way out to be able to protect yourself and your family from this enslavement, and awaken yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video.